friends, it's so good to be here again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your love and your support right here. Yes, it's really awesome to have you back here again, and it is a wonderful day and a wonderful time. Yes, guys, don't forget that the system or the administration of the President Muhammadu Buhari have decided to instate Boko Haram, repentant Boko Haram, into the society as they requested to be into the Nigerian army. But there's been a lot of speculations, a lot of people saying that it is not a good move for the president to ever think about, instating these guys into the society or into the Nigerian army because they are already a threat to Nigeria and to Nigerians. But you know how these guys do their thing. They have a way of handling all of that. But we hope it will not become, a serious threat to Nigeria where it will become like Afghanistan, where Taliban is now ruling the country by force. Anyway, now UN have actually sent a strong report to expose the secret program of the repentant Boko Haram. Is our president going to listen? Is he aware already, or what exactly? Well, we'll find out in this report, but please ensure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell, like, and also share this video. All right, guys, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report. Yes, the UN report exposes secret program for repentant Boko Haram. A United Nations UN publication has detailed a secret government program tagged Shulu designed to pull commanders of terrorist groups including Boko Haram and Islamic State for West African province ISWAP out of the forest, rehabilitate them and provide them a means of livelihood. The development is coming as intelligence agencies have begun investigation into recent surrendering of over 1,200 terrorists and their families in the last 3 weeks. The investigation, newsmen learned that seeks to ascertain whether the surrendering of their lives was genuine or a ploy to activate and coordinate terror sleeper cells across the country. Northeast communities and traditional institutions have protested the potential reintegration of the insurgents into their communities. Governor Babangana Zulum of Borno State and Shehu of Borno Alhaji Abubakar Umar Gabal Kanami had also raised concerns that the communities where thousands of people were killed by the terrorists and houses destroyed might not be in the right frame of mind to accept the surrendered insurgents who recently sought the forgiveness of Nigerians. However, the report by a United Nations publication, the New Humanitarian, said a clandestine Nigerian government program was reached out to senior jihadist fighters in the bush to encourage them to abandon their goal of building a caliphate by force of arms and to defect. It said the report was based on 6 months of reporting and research. Government officials, former jihadists, analysts, journalists, displaced people, and civil society workers were interviewed, but nearly all asked to have their names withheld or altered due to security concerns. Some have almost certainly committed atrocities but are unlikely to be prosecuted. The Bama massacre in 2014 killed hundreds of civilians, but one of the commanders involved is now living free on the government's payroll. Security officials believe Sulhu could open the door to a peace deal, ending a stalemated conflict that is now in its 12th year, but critics argue such a deal would reward mass killers. One of the former commanders and beneficiary of the program, Aliyu, has a new life now. The old was the decade he spent fighting with Boko Haram and then with the breakaway Islamic State of West African province ISWAP in the scrubland of Northeast. is the 2 wives and 4 children he left behind when he defected, and the power he once wielded as a jihadist Rijal, literally a man in zones under the insurgents' control. In his early 30s, with a whipsy goatee, Aliyu has remarried a forthright woman from the northeast city of Maiduguri. She is also former Boko Haram, and they have been set up with a rent-free house in Kaduna, a business license, and a small monthly stipend provided by Nigeria's Domestic Spy Service, better known as DSS. The price of this legacy to work for DSS to turn other jihadists under a clandestine project known as Sulhu, Arabic for peacemaking. It's so controversial that no government representative would go on record to discuss it, and given Abuja's increasing hostility to independent reporting on security matters, few Nigerian-based civil society figures wanted to be named either. Suhu is applauded by its supporters as smart warfare, a means to remove senior jihadists from the battlefield from more effectively than the stuttering orthodox military campaign. We have a proof of concept it's working, as an Abuja-based analyst who wouldn't agree to be identified beyond that description is depleting the enemy's fight force. But the men of Sulhu program are almost certain to have been involved in atrocities. They have not been granted a formal amnesty, but neither have they been held to account for any crimes committed in a brutal conflict that is now in its 12th year. It is war that has killed 35,000 people to 350,000 if you include the victims of the accelerating humanitarian crisis, and upended the lives of millions more, according to UN. These are mass killers, yet on a program sponsored by Nigerian taxpayers, explained the former government Boko Haram intermediary. He has been in touch with the movement almost from the start, when it was still a local religious sect led by a young cleric, Muhammad Yusuf, before it declared war on Nigerian state in 2009. Suhu grew out of the behind-the-scenes attempt to free the more than 270 Chibok schoolgirls seized by Boko Haram in 2014. After years of painstaking contact making through a network of mediators, it dawned on the negotiators that not only did they have an opening to secure the release of some of the schoolgirls, but there were also Mujahideen signaling they might be open to dialogue, a potential breakthrough in a deadlock conflict. Well, guys, you've heard it. What do you have to say about this? Do you think this is a good step by the UN? Or do you think this is something that would sabotage Nigeria the more? Please drop a comment. Let us hear from you, and also give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.